Hello and welcome to Secrets to Creating an Online Course Quickly and Easily. Hi, I'm Julie Hood from CourseCreatorsHQ.com, and I'm so excited that you could join us today. I'm giving away a free bonus. If you're interested, you can go to Where to Host Your Course Training, and you can find that at CourseCreatorsHQ.com/move-online. And so let's just jump into the content here. I have been doing online courses since actually 2002 when I started with an online ebook and my own audience. And so I want to share with you today some of the reasons why you might want to create an online course. One of the first ones is that your students can learn without you. They can learn on their own time. You don't have to be helping them one-on-one, and they can use your online training to share some of the information that you know with them and on their own time zone. Secondly, your online course store can be open 24/7 for anyone around the world. So even if they're in a different time zone, or even if they want to work on a weekend when you wouldn't be normally available, they could still take your course and sign up. And it's a great thing to have if someone says to you, oh, I just can't afford your coaching or to work with you one-on-one. You can use an online course as an alternative for them to get started with you, and possibly a cheaper one, since you don't have to use your time in order to share your knowledge with them. And finally, when you create an online course, it's very similar to owning a home in that you're investing the time to create an asset for your business. It can be used for you ongoing and without you having to do anything else. Once it's set up and ready to sell, you can just focus on marketing and selling it, but you've got that asset already created. So next up, I want to talk about how an online course actually works. So I'm going to do a demo real quick of my course, the 24-Hour Course Creator, so you can see what it's like to be a student inside an online course. Hey gang, just wanted to give you a short video that explains kind of what an online course looks like. So you can see here, this is my Course Creators HQ Academy, and I've got several different versions of my 24-hour Course Creator course. There's the regular do-it-yourself version, and then we did a live version over a 3-day weekend, and right now we've got a daily version that's going on over a month. And so I just kind of wanted to show you what this is like if you've never purchased or been a part of an online course before. Once we jump into the course, you can see it's laid out to make it super simple for you. You just click the blue button and you can start the course, and it gives you details about what is going on. Your students will then mark things as complete, and there are also over on the side downloads that they can use. In addition, you can add in videos that they can watch, and then as the instructor, as they finish each of the lessons, you can follow along and see how your students are doing and know sort of what's going on and how they're progressing. So you can see this is all of the different pieces of the training, and it's very simple for your students to jump into this and see what it's like. So this is made with Kajabi, and I just wanted to give you a picture of what it's like in case you hadn't tried this out before. Now let's talk about how to pick a topic for your course. This can be one of the most challenging pieces of putting a course together, is figuring out what is the topic that I should actually be talking about, and which one should I share with my audience, and more importantly, which one should you do first? So grab a piece of paper. I want to have you do an exercise. And the first thing we're going to do is draw a vertical line down the page from the top to the bottom. And then the second thing I'd like for you to do is to draw a horizontal line from the left to the right. So you end up with 4 different boxes on your piece of paper. And I would like you to fill in these 4 different boxes with these questions. And after the training is over, you can use these questions to help you research potential topics for your online course. So the first question is, what do I currently sell? So let's put some notes down about how you're currently selling to your customers. What is it they like about you? What kind of services do you provide? Start that in the very first box on the left. And then in the second box, the one on the right, put what is being sold now. And there are 2 places that I would like you to go look. First, go out to Google and type in your topic. So for me, I would type in online courses. For you, you may have a different topic that you're doing, but see what happens and what comes up in Google. And you'll notice at the very top, those are ads. So those are people who are already in your area. They are making enough money to be able to do advertising to sell their product. So those are ones that you can take a look at and see, okay, what kinds of things are being sold for my topic? You might also want to take your topic and actually type in course or online course after it. So for example, let's say that you have a yoga practice. So you could type into Google yoga online course to see what kinds of things come up. Do a little research to see what's being sold right now. And then the second thing I want you to do is go out to Amazon and look to see and make sure that there are books about your topic. That isn't always the best indicator of whether a course is helpful, but it is something to where you want to have some books on your topic area. That just means that people are buying this information. And don't worry if there's tons and tons of things already being sold. I want you to have other people selling in your area. That means it's an area that people pay for information. And what we are going to do is make you unique and have your course be unique to you. And that's why it will sell even if there's lots and lots of information out there already. So back to our boxes. We did, what do I currently sell? What is being sold now? And the third box is, what makes me unique? So we want to figure out a unique framework or a unique way that you approach your students and your potential clients. And so for example, I have a course called 24-Hour Course Creator, and it helps you put a course together in 24 hours. I've laid it out hour by hour. So you sit down at your computer, you spend an hour, and I tell you exactly what to do during each hour. That's unique to me because there's lots and lots of people who can help you create courses, but that specific situation is unique to my process and my training. So then the last box is something you may need to spend some time with, but I want you to think about, what transformation is it that you can provide for your students? And this is really, really big to be able to sell on the back end, because you want to be taking your students from point A to point B in the least amount of time as possible, in the best way as possible. And you don't want it to be A to Z. That's way too many steps for a course. You want it to be A to B and keep it succinct, and to make sure that by the end of the course, they have a big win and they are happy with what they've learned. All right, so next up, let's talk about the best ways. Now that you probably have some ideas about what you could be doing your course on, let's talk about the best ways to outline your course. The first thing to think about here is, how do I actually convert maybe my one-on-one coaching or training or services that I provide? How do I convert those into a course that will apply to a lot of different people? Because the things that I do one-on-one are usually unique to that person. So what I want you to do is to create a framework or a path that could be applied to more than one person. It's the steps that you would go through overall that applies across the board. And then you can help your students determine which steps are most important to them inside the course. There may be some that they don't need to do that they can skip over. There may be some that are more advanced, so you'll have more lessons for them. But that uniqueness and that framework is what makes it work in an online course. Okay, so our first technique, if you're outlining your course, is to grab either a stack of index cards or a big pile of post-it notes, and you're going to put the different steps and the different ideas you have for your course onto these different, in either on index cards, or maybe each post-it note has a unique idea on it. Because then what you can do is take and sort those and move them around and put them in order and think about, okay, what order would my student need to see these in? What things do they need to know first? What things do they need to know last? All of those techniques will help you lay out a course to take them from A to B, because you've got the index cards and the post-it notes in the right order. Another technique is a website called workflowy.com. So for those of you who like lists and who like to have a more like a standard outline, Workflowy is a free tool that lets you create an outline and then move the information up and down very easily. You can collapse things, you can indent. It's a very quick and easy way to do an outline. My favorite part is that you can move things around and move sections very easily. So technique number 3 is what I used on my very first online product, is where you sit down and you create a list of, here are 20 or 30 different things that can be done related to your topic. And then you take each one of those and either turn them into an hour, like my 24-hour course creator, or turn them into a day. So I had, my first product was called the Organized Writer, 30 days to more time, more money, and less frustration. So each day had an assignment for them. So both of those are a way to take a list of different topics and turn it into an order for your students. So those 3 ways will help you as you're trying to outline. You can use the index cards and the post-it notes, or you could use something like workflowy.com, or you can do just a list and take your list and turn it into your course outline. So next up, I want to share 5 very important questions that you should be asking about hosting your course and where you are going to put your course once it's created. So I showed you earlier Kajabi, which is what I use for my courses. There are lots and lots of different tools, and so there's some questions that can help you narrow down what exactly it is that you are going to be using. The first question is, what email newsletter software am I using? So if you have already started online and let's say you have an email newsletter that you're trying to send out every week and you've started gathering names, you want to make sure that the software that you choose for hosting your course will work with that software and work really well, because some of the tools won't work directly. Some of them also will make you pay for a higher level to work with the email software. And then there's actually some of the tools like Kajabi that are all in one. So they do your email newsletter for you and they host your course. So depending on what you are doing already, that will affect which course hosting you should use, depending on your email newsletter software. So the second question I want to have you think about is, does the tool host the videos for you? And stay with me for just a little bit while I get technical on you. There is, with videos, the files are huge and tremendous in size. And because of that, you want to make sure that you know how you're going to host the video, which is where is that file going to live, so that when your student wants to watch the video, they can get access to it. So some of the tools like Kajabi and Teachable and Thinkific, They actually host the videos for you. Some of the other techniques don't host the videos for you. So especially some of my students that will have, let's say, put their course on a WordPress website, they then have to figure out where they want to put their videos. So one option is to put them on YouTube. I'm not a huge fan of that because YouTube puts ads at the beginning or the end of your videos. So I'd really rather you have a more professional hosting for the video. You can also buy some separate tools that will help you just host video. Things like Vimeo is one of the tools that can work for that. So it's just a question as you're picking where you want to host your course. Make sure you look at, does the tool host the video for me, or do I need to come up with my own video hosting? The next thing is obviously, what does it cost? And related to that, how many different courses can I have? How many different students can I have? Because some of the pricing is based off how many courses or how many students you put into the course. A lot of them will also have a basic to begin with, and then they upgrade as they give you more features. So you want to figure out which of those features are essential for you to have now and which of the features you could do later. So do some comparisons, and also that freebie that I shared with you talks about some of the different features so that you can then decide, okay, this is the best one for me. Because honestly, I'll tell you the truth, I don't believe that there is one solution that works for everyone. There's lots of different options, and depending on what you like, what's most important to you, what your budget is, and how you want to put your course together, there's different solutions that will work better for you as opposed to someone else. Okay, so question number 4. This is somewhat of an advanced question, but I wanted to share this with you because it will help you in the future. So if you're planning to work with potential partners in the future, it's also called joint venturing, or it's also called having an affiliate program, then you want to make sure that the tool you pick will let you do that. You may have to pay more, but you want to make sure it does have that feature built in. And here's why. With an affiliate program, you can partner with someone and have them promote your course, and in exchange, they get a commission on any sales they make. But the best part about an affiliate program is that you don't have to pay for them to be your salesperson. You know, they're going to recommend you to their audience and to their community. So you automatically get some credibility there because of they are recommending you as a third party. You also don't have to pay anything until they actually make a sale. So it's a percentage usually of the course, and it can range anywhere from 10 to typically 40 to 50%. Once in a while, people will go higher if they know they're going to sell other services on the back end. The more one-on-one time that's required in your course, maybe if you're having a coaching session or if you're doing one-on-one calls periodically with your students, then the commissions would be lower and closer to that 10%. If you're doing things where you are spending more time, that you just give the course to the students and they run with it, then you can have the higher commissions because otherwise you wouldn't have the sale at all. So make sure you look at your tools and figure out, number one, do they even have an affiliate program? And if so, what level of their programming do you have to be in order to use it? And then the 5th question is one that I really like for our folks to think about, and that is, what is my student experience going to be like inside this tool? And sometimes you may even have to sign up for the trial to see what it's like, because you want your students to have a really good experience. And that's one of the reasons that I use Kajabi. I really, really like the experience that the student has. It's very simple and straightforward. They can get to the information very easily. They go through and click on the buttons, and I can see how they are doing, if they're moving forward in the course. So I've been really, really happy with that. But I know some of my course creators are more particular about what they want their course to look like or what they want the experience to be. So if that's important to you, create a free session and a free trial with the tool, and then start playing with it to see what's it like as a student. Would I like this or wouldn't I? So just to recap, those 5 questions that you want to ask about hosting your course. The first one is, what email software am I using and does it work with this tool? Second one is, does the tool host video for you? The third one is, what does it cost and how many courses can I create? How many students can I have? The fourth question is, does the tool have an affiliate program? And if so, how would I use it? What level do I need to pay for in order to use it? And then fifth, what is my student experience like? So my overall advice for you as you're trying to figure out which tool to use is, remember, this is an investment and it's something you probably do not want to have to change in the future, because what will happen is you'll have students already in the course and part of the way through your course. And then if you try to move your course, you have to move those students and try to keep track of which lesson they are on. It's definitely something you want to get right from the beginning. So not something you want to go to the cheapest source that you can have. Make sure it's one that you can pick and stick with it. So I hope that helps you kind of get an idea of what creating an online course could be like, what some of the different things you should be thinking of, and how you could go forward. And if I can help you at all, please connect with us at coursecreatorshq.com. We're also on Instagram at coursecreatorshq.com. And don't forget to grab your free gift, Where to Host Your Course. It goes into much more depth than the 5 questions we went through, gives you information about specific tools, and that's at coursecreatorshq.com/move-online. coursecreatorshq.com/move-online. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing your final course. Please share them with me and let me know how it goes.